Yeah, what up YouTube, what up? Nick Teo coming at you from AiHouse Malaysia, this 13 over channel design for interior designers and contractors. Alright man, in this video, I'll be showing all of you how did I draw this Christmas room. And as you can see, there's a little bit of a white Christmas type of vibe. Alright, so over here we have the fireplace. All right, so just show you some perspective of the final render. Okay, and then over here we'll build in a customized kitchen cabinet. All right, so without further ado, let's hop right into the design. All right, so we'll start by drawing our layout first. Okay, so our floor plan. So over here to my right, I'll put 1700. Okay, and then go up 800. So I'm just drawing according to the layout that I want. All right, so 5260. Join all the way here and then go all the way up. All right, so right now let me just check and see whether is this. So over here is 1007, over here is 800. Okay, so I need this side to be 4460. Okay, so I'm just gonna drag 4460. All right, so over here 8460. So I'm going to just drag 8460. All right, so let me just double check. 5260, 4460. All right, so right now I'm done drawing my layout. Okay, so next thing we can always do is maybe let me just rename the room Christmas room. All right. Okay, so the next thing I would like to do is put in my door and windows. Okay, so I can just go to my cloud. All right, so I'll be using this door, so I'm just gonna put it right here. All right, so let me see, 250. Okay, so I can always go into my 3D and check. Alright, so if let's say I want it to be a little bit over here, I'm just gonna put it slightly over here. Alright, like that. So maybe I'll just hide my cornice and my skirting first. Right, so the next thing I would like to do is I would like to set my ceiling height. Okay, so my ceiling height with right now is 2008. I'm going to put in 3200. All right, the next thing I want to do is quickly save it. All right, Christmas room. All right, so make sure you quickly save it, or else it would usually automatically switch back to your old ceiling height. Okay, so make sure once you set your ceiling height, save your file. Alright, so next thing we have our door already, we can put in our window. Alright, so I'm going to put in one window here. Okay, so I'm going to start by resizing them first. Okay, so for the length for my window, I'm going to put 1000. Okay, and then for my height, I'm going to make it all the way up to my ceiling, which is 3200. Alright, so right now basically I have this, so I can always adjust. Okay, so over here I want it to have a 760 gap. Okay, so now I can just copy, paste it. Alright, copy and paste. So I'm gonna just stick this together. Alright, so let me just quickly check through on my 3D. Okay, so over here 1830. Okay, so let me just quickly double check and see if there's any intersection. If there's none, maybe you can still stick it slightly closer. 1800. Let us try. Alright, looks good. Okay, so on to the next one over here. Same thing, I would like to copy out and then put here and put here. Okay, so over here, maybe this one I just push it slightly to the left first. So over here, I would like to put a gap of 1400. Okay, so if I know over here is 1400, I would like to move this slightly closer. Let's see. Okay, so that's intersection already, so I know I shouldn't be doing this. So I can always change the size. 2520. Okay, 2500. Let us see. Is it still a gap there? Yes, there's quite a big gap, so we can always. So let's see whether is it the same. Okay, so we know we can go slightly closer a little bit. So we can put 2065. Okay, 245450. Okay, let's see. Alright, so we got the windows for this side is done. So right now on to the next side over here. So we're going to put in the same type of window. Alright, so right now, but we are going to change it to a different length. Okay, so 2000. Okay, so what do I need to do next is I'll just copy another one next to it and put right next to it. Okay, so over here is a 460 gap. Right, so okay, so remember to change the height. Okay, 3200. Same goes to this one, 3200. Okay, so let me just recheck in the 3D. Okay, so here 460. All right, great. So right now we already have our doors, okay, our structures, okay, all ready. So we can start by creating the walls. All right, so we can always use the customize ceiling function. So I will go right into my ceiling function. Right, so we are going to create something like a fireplace on this wall. So we can always just double click onto the wall. Right, so first thing we want to do is we can start by drawing a rectangular shape. Alright, so once we draw a rectangular shape, we can always resize it. Okay, so over here I'm going to resize my length to 1300. Okay, let me just put here slightly 0. Okay, and then for my width, I'm going to put 3200, which is basically the height. Alright, so and then next thing I would like to do is I would like to extrude it out 600. Okay, so I'm going to extrude the wall out 600, as you can see right over here on my 3D. Okay, so this part is done. So on to the next one. Same thing, I'm going to start by drawing a rectangular shape and then click onto the rectangle and resize 2961. Okay, so here, so we know this one is 1300, so we're gonna just put 1300. Okay, like that, stick to it. And then for the width, we are going to change it to 1800. Okay, 1800 for the width and for the length. Okay, so right now we are going to extrude it 300. Okay, so it's good. Look something like that. Okay, 300. So once we are done extruding it, we can always right now I would like to build a fireplace over here, so I can just offset this thing. Okay, so same thing, click onto the offset rectangle and then I can always resize. Alright, so my length I'm going to put 2125. Alright, and the width I'm going to put 370. Okay, so let's align 750, 715, 715, 418, 418. Alright, so right grade is in the middle. So now I would like to extrude one more. Okay, so this one off the wall. Okay, so I'm going to offset one more. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is click onto the offset rectangular shape, and then I'm going to resize. So this would be the fireplace where I put my fire. Okay, so over here, and then of course my off the wall I'm going to extrude it in, so I'll just put 10. Alright, and as you can see, it looks something like that. Okay, so basically the fireplace has already been built. Okay, so now we can always return. Okay, so maybe we can put in the texture for this wall. Alright, so I'm just going to go into my library. Okay, and then just select the texture for the wall. Right, so I'm going to just throw in the colors right over here, right over here. Okay, so make sure this part don't miss out, and then at the corner. Alright, so for this side I'll be putting in the same type of texture, but let me just build my cabinet first before I create my texture. Alright, so over here. So now on to the next thing we would like to do is to build our customized cabinet. Alright, so now we click onto the system cabinet function. Alright, so we'll start by creating our base cabinet at the bottom part. Okay, so I'll just drag one of the cabinet out, okay, place it onto the corner. Okay, so now I can start by resizing the cabinet. Okay, so for this one would be 900 for my width. Alright, for my depth would be 430, so I'll remain it. And then for the height, it will be 764. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy all the way through, okay, because I'm going to build the same cabinet. Okay, so I'm just going to click Ctrl V. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see whether is it enough. Okay, so on to the last one, we might need to extend, okay, resize the last cabinet. Okay, so I'm going to put it to 1260. Okay, so it fits perfectly like that across. Okay, so for this one, the plane, if we, let's say we don't want, we can always do this, but I would like to have a plane, so I'll just remain it. Okay, if let's say you want to remove the plane, then of course you need to build a skirting yourself later. Okay, so I'm just going to remain the plane as my skirting. Okay, so next thing I would like to do is I'm going to create a swing door. Okay, so I'm going to create a swing door. So over here, board selection mode, up, down, left, right, hold on to your control button and then right click. Okay, generate swing door, generate. Okay, so we're gonna just leave it overlay. Okay, and then so right now we want to divide it into 2 doors, so we're just gonna do that. Alright, so right now we have all our swing doors done. Okay, and our base cabinet. So we onto the top cabinet. Okay, so we're gonna put a universal cabinet right on top here. Okay, so first thing we want to do is let's change the elevation first. So let's change it to 764. Okay, next thing we want to do is we are going to change the height. So the height would be 2386. Right, 2386, and then for the depth, we are going to just remain it, and for my width, I'm going to make it 900. All right, so same thing, create a swing door first. Okay, so this one, the plane, we are going to remove it. Okay, this one we wouldn't want to have a plane here. Okay, so we're going to just remove this, then we're going to create the swing door. Alright, so same thing, make sure you divide them into vertical. Okay, so now we can start by copying one. Make sure you exit bot selection. So click onto the cabinet, one, okay, two. Alright, so over here, we're gonna drag this over 0, 0, yeah. And then maybe over here, we're gonna copy one more and put it 900. Alright, 900. Okay, so maybe we need one more cabinet. Okay, so over here, so 900 is 1008. And one last one for this side. Alright, okay, so we have our custom cabinets ready built. Okay, so now what we want to do next is I would like to put a panel, okay, on top of this cabinet. Right, so to look for a panel, I can always use a superboard. Alright, you can always just use a superboard, just place onto this one, and then over here my superboard for the middle part. Okay, so my width would be 3060. Alright, 3060, of course here 2700. Okay, so like that. So let me see, do I need to change the, okay, I'm going to change this to 16. Okay, so the thickness of this panel would be 16. Alright, so right now onto the side. Okay, maybe this side and this side, I would like to put in a superboard as well. So same thing, I'm going to just place it right on top here. Okay, and then what I would like to do is to rotate. Okay, I'm going to just rotate this up and then just drag it and adjust. Okay, just drag and adjust. Alright, so I'm going to just push all the way up here. So 50, I'm going to leave it at 50 all the way up and 50. Alright, so for this one, the length, okay, it's not going to be so long. So this one will be 2426. Alright, 2426 over here, 50. Okay, so I have something like that. So now all I need to do is just adjust it. Okay, so I can just immediately copy another one. Okay, Control V. So it's on top, so make sure we drag it and then onto the floor. Let's drag all the way down. Okay, so now we can click on this and then 50. Alright, same thing, we are going to adjust it. Alright, so we have one panel here and then another one here. All right. So now the next one is on top. Okay, so same thing, I'm going to just put a super plate here. Okay, so for the thickness for this, I'm going to put 50 for the thickness. All right, so the length for the top superboard would be 2007. Okay, so over here, obviously we are going to put it 0. Okay, so same thing, we are going to copy another one, Control V, and then over here we're going to just put 0. Right. Okay, so if let's say we need a little bit longer, we can always put 2716. Right? Over here, same thing, 2716. Okay, so of course, let's move it right over here, and then we're gonna just put 0. Alright, so we have our custom cabinet ready, and then I guess the panels are all done. Right, so now we can start by changing the materials. Alright, so the materials I'll be using. Okay, so for this one, okay, let's change the cabinet material first, or material, cabinet material. Okay, so I'm just gonna click onto my favorite and see which one. Okay, imported milk. Alright, I'm just gonna change it all to all white. So now my doors, I'm going to change my door material. Okay, I'm gonna change it to light. Let me check. Alright, so next thing I would like to change is the door panel. So I'm going to change my door panel style. Okay, universal door panel. So I'm going to choose a door with no handle, aluminum frame. Okay, so I'll be using this one, and I'll just choose and change all my doors into this. Alright, so for the bottom part, okay, I'm not going to change every single of one of this into a aluminum frame door. So I'll just highlight. Okay, alright, so once I'm done changing all my door panels, okay, so now I would like to change the colors, the material of the doors on my base cabinet. Alright, so material, door material. Okay, so I'm gonna choose like a beige color. Alright, so I'm gonna choose a little beige color. Alright, so now we are going to install our handles. Okay, so we're gonna install a gold color handle. So look for a gold color. So this one looks like gold. We're gonna choose. Alright, so now we have our handles ready. Okay, so we put in already our material, so now we can paint the wall. So I'm going to start by painting the wall. Christmas. So here I'm going to just put it here. Alright, so for the other side, I'm going to put in another type of texture, wall texture, right here. Yeah. Okay, so different wall texture. Let's look around. Okay, so pretty much that's done. Okay, so now I would like to decorate here a little bit. Okay, so I can put in maybe I can put in a black color over here. Okay, so I'm going to put go to cloud. Okay, so I'm going to go to my finishing wallpaper. Alright, I'm going to use plain colors and I'm going to use black. Okay, let's see, is there any black? No. So over here we can always filter. Okay, so what do we want? Okay, over here. Color, we can always choose over here black. Okay, so I'm going to put in black color. Alright, so now I can put in the fire, which I've already saved it earlier. Okay, so this is the fire. I'm gonna just put it right here. Alright, so as you can see, the fire. Of course, we might need to resize this. Okay, so we can always press C and just drag. Alright, so next thing we want to do is we can put in the materials. Okay, so put in a brownish material over here. Okay, so we can also start by putting in this one. Okay, so of course we might need to rotate and then X to rotate. Alright, so let's see if it sticks onto the wall. Yes, it does. Alright, so great. So make sure always hold on to your space bar whenever you are changing the size. Alright, so this one I would just change to probably 700. 900. Let's go 1000. Alright, so the width I'm going to change to 100. Okay, so same thing, hold on to your control. If you think you need to move, then you can always move it, adjust. Alright. Okay, so for this one, okay, so on to the next thing you want to do is put some decorations over here. So let's start decorating this wall. Okay, over here, this one we're gonna put this right over here. Okay, so and then we would like to put in this one over here, right here. Okay, move it on top, and then I'm going to just resize this. All the way through here, and then alright, so this one maybe we can put a little bit higher. Okay, so onto the next decoration, maybe you can put something this on top here, right? So we can just move it slightly over here, which looks alright. Okay, so for this side, okay, I'm going to just put it right here. Okay, so just drag it right on top. A little bit of some decorations, tilt a little bit, drag it out a little bit. Alright, and then over here, maybe you put in this one here. Okay, so same thing, I'm gonna just drag this on top here. Right. Okay, so on to the next one. Okay, so this side of the wall is done. Alright, so let's put in the decos for our customized system cabinet. Right, so for over here, maybe let's just start by putting in a television first. So I'm going to just look for a television over here. Okay, electronics. Okay, electronics. Just let me see. I'm gonna just check the television. Okay, so I'm gonna put a TV right over here. Let's see, is it a flat TV? Okay, it looks great. So now I can start putting in some decos over here. Okay, so for this side, I think I'll put in like a small little Christmas tree. Okay, which is, I think it's this one. No, not this one. So I'll just put the pillows first. I just put one here. And another pillow right over here. So this one I'll just move slightly a little bit higher. Okay, so over here I'm going to put in a so maybe some decorations over here. Okay, and then over here maybe I'm gonna put like a flower. Okay, so just, or maybe like a Christmas tree. Okay, so I'm just gonna right over here, I'm gonna just type in Christmas. Okay, so let's see, is there a small tree? Okay, this looks pretty big, but it doesn't matter, we can always just resize it. Okay, so go all the way down, and all the way down. Okay, we're just gonna resize by doing this. Okay. Alright, so we've put in some decorations over here. Okay, so next thing you want to do is that maybe we can start putting in okay, so for the floor I'm going to use this floor. Alright, and then the next thing I want to do is put in the Christmas tree. Okay, so now I can put in all the little presents over here. Just drop it, drag and drop it on the floor right over here. Okay, so next thing I want to put is maybe I would like to put a carpet. Okay, I'm gonna put a carpet here, so there's always half. Okay, so now I can start putting in the sofa. Okay, so this would be the sofa that I pick. Okay. There's always a gap right here, so we'll see. Okay, so there's a gap. Alright, so now I can start putting in some table decorations. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn. Okay, so I'm gonna just put in a lamp here on top here. Okay, maybe some. And then alright. Okay, so putting some decorations ready. Next thing I would like to do is put in the tables over here. So for the tables, I would be using let me just maybe put in a chair first. Okay, so for this one, maybe I'm gonna paint it white. So I'm gonna go to cloud. I'm going to go to finishing wallpaper. plain color. So over here I'll choose a white color, solid white, and just put it onto. So this one maybe if I want to resize, I can resize a little bit extra. Alright, and then a glass of champagne over here. So the champagne should look a little bit taller. Okay, like that. And then on to the next thing you want to do is decorate our customized wardrobe. Alright, so we can always go back into our customized wardrobe function. Okay, so first thing we want to do is maybe we should hide all our doors. Okay, so we should hide the doors. Okay, so now we want to create panels. Okay, so I'm gonna put in panel class 16 mm. So I'm gonna put neutral plate. Alright, so make sure I'm going to evenly divided 1, evenly divided 1, and then this one also same thing. I like to divide by 1. Okay, so now I can start putting in okay, so now I can start by putting in okay, so like I actually don't need this, okay, but okay, so we can start putting in our shelves. Okay, so just gonna put one each. Okay, so what we can do here is we can always just divide, evenly divide it. Alright, this one I'll make it 2. Okay, this one I'll make it 3, and this one I'll make it 4. Alright, same goes right over here. Okay, so one shelf in, 2 shelf in, and then 1 more shelf in. Alright, so same thing over here. We need 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so once we are done adding all the panels, we can actually start putting in all the ornaments. Okay, so I can always put in all the ornaments. Sorry, not this. Alright, so maybe I can start by putting in this type. Okay, then maybe over here, this type. Okay, so this type. This type. Alright, so this side is done, so on to the other side. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put this little ball here. Alright, then I can have this one. Okay, so you can have this. Put it here. Okay, so if let's say there's not enough of ornaments, we can always go and look for some decorations. Alright, decorative accents. Okay, so we can look for some ornaments. Okay, this is not bad. We can always put this. No, this is too big. Okay. What about if you put this here? Right, looks good. Maybe if you want to scale it slightly smaller. Okay. Alright, and one final last one would be here. Alright. Okay, so now we can actually paint the boards. Okay, so we can always click on to the customize. Right, customize, and then we can always use the material painter. Format painter, material painter. So paint each and every single one of this panel. Same goes to the right hand side. Alright, once you're done painting everything, we can always just return, and then now we can just, okay, so we can just show. Okay, so we actually show all our cabinet door. Alright, so now let's check. Okay, so our custom system cabinet is done. Alright, so basically our furnitures models are all put in. Okay, so maybe the door. Okay, so the height of my door, I'm gonna change it to 2,500. Alright, so now we can start putting in the curtains. Okay, so curtains. Alright, so this is the one. I'm just gonna drag it and put it right here. Okay, same thing, we might need to increase the height, 3,200. Okay, for the length, maybe 7,270. Okay, then after that here, we're gonna like just copy another one by holding your shift. Okay, so this one we might need to increase the width. Okay, so I think let's put it 1,000. Okay, so 1,000, this is good. So I'm going to copy to the other side. Okay, so for this side is done. Let's see on to the other side. Okay, so same thing, I'm gonna just drag, I'm gonna just shift and put here. Okay, shift and put here right onto my curtain. Right, so same thing, I'm gonna just hold onto my shift and then drag another one out. Alright, so basically the curtains are all set and ready. Okay, let me see if I missed out any decorations. Okay, so maybe over here I'm gonna put in another one like on top here. Okay, so I'm gonna just search for Christmas. Okay, so this one. Okay, right, I'm gonna just put this one here. Okay, let's put this one here. On the middle, and then over here I'll put a cap. Let's see if there's a cap. Right, there's a cap here, so I'm gonna just place it right here. Okay, rotate it, like that, and then move it bottom. Alright. Okay, so for the last thing I would like to do is to put in my ceiling. Okay, so for my ceiling, just use this one. Okay, so same thing, I can just click and then click on spread. Right, click, so I have a ceiling over here. Okay, so this side I'm gonna just leave it blank. Alright, so basically I'm done with the design, so I can just go straight into my render. Alright, so I'm gonna just take a snapshot first. Let me just adjust the camera settings. Degrees, okay. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna just take a snapshot. Okay, so I'm adding in my feel like plate. Okay, just put it right here. One. Alright, forgotten. I have one last thing to put in, which is the prettiest thing, my ceiling. Alright. Okay, the ceiling looks really pretty and I really love it. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to see, in case, as you can see, a snapshot is actually very useful, so that whenever you forget or you need to adjust something, you can always go back to the snapshot. Alright, so just click on submit. Alright, And as you can see, I've completed the Christmas room already. Alright, so it didn't take quite some time. Okay, so basically this is how you draw a Christmas room with AiHouse. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video and please stay tuned for more interesting content. Alright, so do hit the subscribe button and like our Facebook and also our social media. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.